All right, that's it. We're live. Hey, everyone, this is Gene, and I'm here with Ryan.
Hey, guys.
And we're just going to do a quick list review for the Brawler's Bash. This is Brawler's Bash, March 27th, 29th, and Durham, North Carolina, at the Atomic Empire.
Yep.
Brawler Bash rules are a little bit different. They don't care in Brawler Bash. They use what they call the Carnage system. They don't use the 0-20 scoring. All that matters is what you kill. So on that last turn, if you're wondering whether to make a charge or not, there's no reason not to, except you're going to give your opponent some points. And if you're not caring about that, then that's fine. No secondary objectives, but there are 5 cards that you have to play each one during one of your games. You can only use each one once, and they give bonus points if you achieve the goal on them. It's kind of like a secondary objective, but they're all different, and they all give some kind of advantage to the players, as well as giving a way to make the 500 points. And number 3, the big point, they're 6,000 point armies, which lends to a lot of abuse.
It's a lot of fun.
It is. It's a great time.
Just being able to put in all the stuff that you always wanted to put in and could never fit.
Yeah, all those times when you have to choose between whether to take this in or put this out or whatever, you don't have to do that as much anymore. Although I did find, I burned through 1,500 points much quicker than I thought I would, as far as adding points to my list. So
it's like a mage and a dragon, and you're done.
Well, for me, it was like 800 points of war machines, and it's like, oh, well, look at that. All right. The list in there: 3 highborn elves, 3 dark gods, 2 Aquitaine, 2 ogres, 2 orcs, 2 sylvan elves, 2 vermin, and then Dread Elf Empire, Saurian Ancients, and Undying Dynasties each have 1. And none of those 5 on the bottom. Beast Herds surprised me.
Kind of surprised if demons too. They seem like they could do really well in this.
I would think so too. Demons and beast herds, I thought. I mean, I can understand dwarves and infernal dwarves. I mean, they're not really mobile, but infernal dwarves can actually do some monsters, right?
Yeah.
Vampires, I don't know. But it's a small crowd. It's only 20 lists in this thing. So, and that's what's kind of a shame is Brawler Bash used to be kind of the big event of the mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, I think part of the issue is the heavy area of people who play has shifted north. It used to be like right in the middle of kind of the hotbed of Warhammer, and because it's kind of pulled up, it's harder. People are less willing to want to make a big drive.
Correct, and that's also got hurt. That exact reasoning, but the fact that there's more tournaments in the northern area now than there used to be. So, like you said, if you can wait a month and go to a tournament that's an hour away. Why are you going to drive 5?
Yeah, or more.
Yeah, or more for some people. It's true.
Because I think it's about 4 hours for me, and I'm actually more southern than a lot of the.
You are. It's right around 5 for most of my crowd, which is the Northern Virginia, DC area. But, anyway, anybody north of that, it's a long way. And it's a 95. No one wants to drive on 95. All right. So that's it. So let's go see what we've got. We're going to start with Ben Nelson's Dread Elves. What's Ben got? He's got Assassin, Cold Priest. He doesn't have a dragon.
No. Surprising. Yeah, she's on the altar, and then an oracle. Seems like at 6,000 points, it's almost disappointing to just have 5 spells.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me so much, except for the fact that they're witchcraft and they're not that. Yeah. Anyway,
I guess he technically has 7, although 2 are the same because he gets 2 from Medusa.
Okay. Right.
But again, that's witchcraft still, so he'll have Well, 5 of the 6 witchcraft spells, but that means he gets no. I mean, he has no range damage.
Correct.
Oh, he has 2 altars.
Divine altar and where's the other one?
It's the non-character one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I mean, he can make a couple scary blocks, which is kind of what you want to do with brawlers. Is you just the 2 strategies are you can either build a gun line and say, hey, if you want points, you got to come at me,
right,
and hope you can just take them all off, or you build these like horrendous blocks to fight and just dare people to come at you.
You know what really surprises me is the abundance of when I heard he was doing Dread Elves, I was expecting just a big monster list. He's got no monster.
No monsters.
At all. That's surprising. All right. Well, I guess we'll see what he does with this. 24 Blades of Knob. Okay. Yeah.
He really doesn't have. Does he have any range in this list at all? I don't think he does.
Dark Raiders.
The assassin.
Yeah. The Dark Raiders don't say they have crossbows.
No. Like that's scary to me. Like he can't clear chaff.
Right.
If he does run into someone who just wants to run around behind him, like it's not going to go well. But he's definitely embraced the brawlers. I'm just going to fight you with my scary units.
Yeah, I guess that's a tough call. All right, surprising. Yeah, but it's Ben. This way he goes all combat and he doesn't have to think. All right. Speaking of not thinking, you got Joel Flint.
So Joel just like doubled down on his shooty empire. Actually, that's not true. He added a cav bus. It's basically a shooty empire plus a cav bus.
Cav bus.
He gets
10 electoral cav.
Yeah, well, and then he's going to put probably the prelate, and possibly the inquisitor. Is the inquisitor? Oh yeah, there he is. Horse. He'll stick, and then probably the marshal. I'll go in the cav bus. The knight commander is probably just a cowboy who runs around in the zone. I think he took out a Griffin character for that. And then he got a second mage, a second cannon. But otherwise, it's pretty similar to the list he's been playing for a while.
Yeah, 2 cannons and a steam tank. Okay.
Yeah, so he's anticipating a lot of monsters. And then Pyro and Cosmo, I mean, unlike Ben, like Ben does not want to see this list. Because Ben can't do a single thing to it until he gets into combat, and Joel is just going to murder some elves.
Correct. There's 10 riders putting out 30 shots. Another 2 units of 5.
2 of them have brace of pistols.
Right, but the one above it has...
oh, yeah, just that one unit, yeah.
Yeah, 30 shots from that one unit and another
40 shots from the Rangers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage, and each turn he's going to take a Pyroclastic Flow and an Ice and Fire, and he probably has to let those go because otherwise he's going to take the number 6 Pyro spell.
Yeah, that's a rough choice for Ben. Hopefully Ben will fight it. All right. That's interesting. Wizard of Pyro is an adept of Cosmo, master of Pyro. Yeah. All right. Antonio Gonzalez. I don't know who this is.
I don't know him either.
High Elves. Carnary Tower.
The big prince.
On foot. On foot.
Yeah, but with the Sliver of Blazing Dawn. That's a good guy. And he has the Nova Flare Griffin. This guy is real good. So he's a 2-up versus magic, a 2-up, 4-up versus magic, a 4-up, 4-up otherwise. He gets 2 rounds of basically counting like charging.
Right.
And he does a lot of damage. And he's hard target, I believe.
Star Metal Alloy, I think, right?
Either that or the diadem. I don't remember which one. Or no, the diadem's the 4 board. Yeah, star metal.
Okay. Yeah. Longbow, mithril weapon.
Yeah, that build is a really good build. Justin Berkey took it from Furion, who I think originated it, but Justin's been playing it a lot, and it's pretty nasty.
And you throw another 1,500 points on top of it, yeah, and get both the Nova Flare and the Sliver. That's pretty ugly.
Yeah. He has the Elu guy who will go in the Sea Guard and give him quick to fire. That unit is real nasty. So basically, the commander and the High Prince both go in that unit. And now that unit's pumping out a lot of shots.
Right.
And it gets to shoot every time you charge anything near it.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot all about that last time I played a stupid high elf list and charged 10 Nashers at a unit thinking it would be fun, and I forgot they were beside the Sea Guard. They didn't last too long.
So it's pretty similar to like what Furion and Bergie have been playing around with, but then you throw in another 25 Sword Masters and a Div Master Mage just for fun.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
It's a good list.
It is.
Here's a surprise. Brandon taking High Elves.
Brandon on High Elves got away from Ogres.
Yeah, and brings the double dragon.
Yeah, he's been talking about really wanting to do the double dragon.
Yeah, although again, Joel running into triple cannons, that's already Joel's list is looking like a good match for the four lists we've gone through.
Well, most of those, the 3 are elves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not they're not going to do well against Joel. 3 units of Highborn Lancers, 7 Knights of Rima. Wow. 12 Queen's Guard, 8 Queen's Guard, 2 units of Queen's Guard. Grey Watchers.
I don't know how the Sea Guard will do. I mean, he basically took a very shooty core with some fast elements.
Right.
But he doesn't. The Sea Guard aren't as tooled up. It doesn't have the Scary Prince in it. It doesn't get quick to fire. And I wonder just how many units are gonna he's actually gonna be able to have nearby to do the stand and shoot trick.
Right. Yeah, because nobody's gonna sit around except for the Queen's Guard, I guess.
Yeah. It's not a bad list. And he definitely, I mean, Order of the Fiery Heart Dragon is nuts.
Right.
I don't know. I might have moved the Nova Flare to the Griffin on the dragon and just given him a great weapon. Just so the Griffin is scarier.
Right.
But I mean, it's you got 2 big dragons running around. It's what you're meant to do at this event.
Correct. If they don't get shot off, they're going to be wrecking stuff. Paul. I was surprised at the number of High Elves, actually.
I mean, yeah.
And this is actually a grudge match. Brandon's playing Paul.
Oh, so they both have an Order of the Fiery Heart Alchemy Dragon, with pretty similar builds. Yeah, the problem is that does Star Metal? It doesn't give you a fire ward, I don't think.
I'm not sure what the Star Metal does, actually.
I'm pretty sure it's just hard target.
Is it hard target? Okay. Gold. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. High Elves. Come on. Why is this taking so long to load? Hey, look at that. Special items. Oh, ignore round half wounds from the first multiple wound hit.
That's what it is.
Okay. So that's trying to survive a first cannonball shot. Okay. Makes certain sense.
Yeah, so Paul has the scary Griffin build. Then he has the sliver guy.
He's got the sliver and the Nova Flare. Hero's Heart on the guy on the dragon.
The Fire Phoenix could cause some havoc in Brandon's lines. Neither of them took any bolt throwers. That's surprising.
I saw that. Or Sky Sloops, if nothing else. Yeah.
I think I like Brandon's list a little bit better.
You like the double dragon better than the double griffin? No, he's only got a single griffin.
Well, yeah, Dragon Griffin versus Brandon's double Dragon Griffin Eagle.
Right, exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll find out that matchup.
Yeah, I think I like Brandon a little bit better. Hold on. Brandon doesn't have the Master of the Cannoning Tower, which really can help those blocks a lot. I mean, I don't know if Brandon has a wonderful answer to the Rymanites.
To the Rymanites?
Because they have a 2-up fire ward, so alchemy isn't going to do much.
That's a good point. Well, Brandon's answer to that is his 7 Rymanites.
Yeah.
Because they sit at 18 inches apart and look at each other.
That it may just be a battle of who can drop the other person's armor first.
Right.
And then shoot it up. The Fire Phoenix could be nasty if it gets in, but again, Brandon has a lot of. Although Queensguard shooting is flaming, isn't it?
It is.
So that's not going to do anything to the Rymanites or the Phoenix.
Right.
It'll be an interesting game.
It will be. And these two play each other all the time, so.
Yeah.
Ira showing up, and he's bringing Aquitaine.
Yeah. So he has one big Duke on a Hippogriff, which is renowned. Is that the 6s are?
Yeah. 6s become lethal B3 wounds.
Yeah, with the blessed inscriptions on the hand weapon.
Correct.
That's a good way to build it.
Yeah, to re-roll it. Although the questing oath makes it kind of annoying. I mean, you're losing the benefit of the questing oath. At least you lose the sword, the bastard sword, I guess. It's the only thing you lose.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. Crusader Salvation, so it's a re-rollable armor.
I'm kind of sad this guy doesn't have might.
I would expect might, but on a griffin. Hippogriff, sorry. The other guy has the Fortress of Faith. Weapon and shield, blah, 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 blah.
The other thing that I feel kind of sad is you see the KOE list with Druidism all the time. It's clearly probably the better lore for them. But I feel like this is the perfect setting to bring like Druidism and divination and shamanism and really try to get like more out of your units.
Right. Yeah, I didn't like divination. I didn't like Druidism with the hippogriffs, with the flying characters, because they usually get away from your mage.
Yeah.
And that you lose the benefit of the, healing a wound on them here and there.
I think I'd like divination with it because you could get reroll to hit, divine attacks. You can make them tankier with, buffing their weapon skill or scrying. And it just gives you a little more range.
Yeah. So he's got that. 9 Knights of the Grail, 8 Knights of the Grail. Oof. God, that's ugly. No scorpions.
It's weird. Like, I know the blocks are a little scarier, but it doesn't feel like a 6,000 point army to me. Like, it feels like most of the stuff that was in Cagdis's army anyway.
Correct.
Like, Cagdis had 2x6 knights. He had a unit of 8 grails so he has 1 extra knight bus.
Right.
Cagdis had the Green Knight, the Yeomans, 2 griffins, a damsel. So you've got a better paladin and 1 more unit. I don't see where the extra 1,500 points is.
Well, 400's right there in the BSB, which Cagdis doesn't have.
Right. Yeah. So it's basically BSB plus a second Grail Knight unit.
Correct, and that's close to all the points. Yeah. And then beefing up the core to meet the minimum.
Yeah, I don't know. And you lose the scorpions too. I don't know.
Anyway.
It's not a bad list. I feel like it's slightly disappointing. It'll do fine, but KOE is a good army in this setting.
All right, Mark. Mark's got one Duke on a Hippogriff. Fortress of Faith, Might. There you go. There's your Might Duke.
Yeah.
With the Black Knight's Tabard and the Obsidian Rock. That's pretty good. Paladin, Bard Warhorse Shield. Wow,
I'm honestly surprised we don't see people take the BSB Paladin with the Renown Blessed Inscriptions.
Yeah, you don't like the 4 attacks, or even if you do paired weapons, getting 4 attacks with that guy.
Yeah,
is the only.
It just seems point efficient. And it makes another unit scary. He likes those crossbow units.
He does. He loves them. I'm not sold on him, but he does a lot better than I do with that army. So he's doing something right. I'm not. Yeah, 15 with crossbows. Grail Knights, 1 unit of Grail Knights because he's got 2 Scorpions. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. It feels a little more substantial. I know part of that's just there's not a Griffin running around, but
right.
You got 4 solid lances.
Yeah, 9, 10, 9, 9. Those are all big lances. All right. I like this list though. Oops. Lee Hall. Is that dice clip 2? No. All right. And he had Master of Druidism and an Adept of Shamanism. So more to what you were looking for.
So I like the shaman build. Again, I feel like ogres often struggle to get the points for a second shaman.
Right.
And I feel like this is like the time where you could actually take advantage of that. But I guess you got a great con in, which you don't normally see.
Right. With the great weapon, the Kagdai's legacy weapon.
Yeah. 2 big units, 2 Mammoth Hunters, 2 Aurochs, a Slave Giant, 2 Cannons. It's a solid list. I might have put Rending Banner on the Tribesmen instead. I probably would have liked to see 1 more spell somewhere. 5 is just like, I feel like 5 is kind of the bare minimum.
2 Thunder Cannons.
Yeah, the 2 cannons is nice. So one of his issues is going to be he really doesn't have a lot of stuff to do range damage because he'll get Swarm of Insects. He has 2 cannons, 2 spears, so he's fine versus gigantic stuff. But like fast cav units, he doesn't have a good way to clear them. Just something I always struggled with the ogres. I don't know. I might have changed the Great Con into something else, like maybe a level 2 caster, and then even just a couple of little bombardier units. Does he? He also only has. Does he only? Oh, I guess scoring doesn't matter for this. I was going to say he only has 2 scoring units.
Right.
But
Scoring doesn't matter. So.
Yeah. So hey, I guess this is the time to do that.
Exactly. All right. Next we have Shannon. I'm going to let you talk about this. I'm going to run away. I'm going to take care of something real quick. I'll be right back.
So now excuse me. Had a cough for a little while and was trying to get rid of it. Thaumaster with T6. I think that's a solid build. He has 2 hunters, and it's a wild heart list. I'm kind of disappointed because if you put a Mammoth Hunter on an Auroch, then this is the only time you can get double Auroch, triple Giant, and I absolutely would have done that. So I'm disappointed the champ didn't do that. But that being said, I think it's a pretty solid list. Yeah, it's a solid list. The Tuskers are good. I don't really have any big criticisms there. I guess while Gene's out doing his other stuff. I don't know if I love the 13 tribesmen because that's where the shaman will go. That'll be 14. How is he running that? Is it like 5x4, or is he running that? I don't know. That unit just seems excessively large. It almost seems like you could get a smaller unit and a bigger unit. I don't know. You don't really need the scoring, so I guess I might almost lean towards trying to make 2 larger tribesman units. Or honestly, no. What I would have done, I would have taken out the tribesmen and taken 2 units of 8 saber tusks each. Because like point wise, they're really good, and like they're like 250 for 8, and you get 16 wounds, T4, and they get 3 attacks each. And they're and this is like the perfect event for them because they're cheap. They put out a ton of damage. And usually the big issue is they eat into your scoring, but you don't need scoring for this one.
Yeah. And you don't care if they die.
Yeah, so I probably would have cut some of the tribesmen out, either cut down the bigger unit or cut a couple of the darts and try to get some saber tusks in.
All right. We'll see. Maybe Shannon doesn't have 16 saber tusks.
Why did he write it as 2x3 tribesmen and 3 tribesmen instead of just 3x3 tribesmen?
I don't know. That's a good question for I don't know who did the list. Wonder if that should be 3 units, right? To fill core.
What's that?
Anyway, it's probably going to need to be a total of 3 units to fill core, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway. All right. Moving on. Who do we have next? Oh, look at that.
Oh.
This is the one I should have held off and taken a break for this one. This is a terrible list.
So I like the king, the Shieldbreaker King. For 605, he's just awesome.
That's really good. Yes. And stubborn 8 spider.
Yeah. You do have a second Gargantulas, so I'm happy there. Could you have gotten 3 Gargantulas in this list?
No, you're not allowed.
Okay.
It's just a 0-2. It's a 0-2 choice in the army.
I did check to make sure that you couldn't put like 5 giants in when I first got the list. Giants are 0-3, so
okay.
All right, so let's see. 3 skewers and so 3 catapults. I like that. I'm a little disappointed you didn't go triple catapult. Triple splatter.
I'm not sure you can.
You can.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah, so you can take 3 catapults, but only 2 can be get launchers.
Okay.
But because I think Brian Stottle did this at an event, I would take 3 splatters.
I like the get launchers still.
Yeah, I mean they're fine. They're a good unit.
I'm expecting to see cowboys, and this restrains that a lot.
You got the 2 little Nasher heroes. I like them.
I love those guys. They probably do nothing, but I love them.
Are your characters? Yep, you're going boars again. Why do you like the common orcs? Why don't you do feral orcs?
With what?
The boar riders?
They're all the regular boar riders. The armor. I like the armor. I like armor better than the other guys.
I like the extra attack on the charge.
It's nice, but anyway, I like the common because of I'm big on the armor. These are my knights.
I don't know if I love 2 units of them. Also, I'm already disappointed because you didn't take 3 units of snotlings.
Sorry about that, but yeah,
they're like 100 points, and you get like 5 unbreakable bases, and you just like make a line across the board.
that is an option. I don't have that many.
Oh.
I guess I could have borrowed them.
But no, I like the list. I think it's a solid list.
I mean,
what's your magic? You got a shamanism.
That's it. 5-spell shamanism.
Well, everybody's going light on the magic. I'm a little surprised. Like, have we? I think Joel's the only person that we've seen a double wizard from. I guess.
No.
A couple of the high elves had the master of the cannery tower plus a wizard.
I think Mark had an adept of shamanism.
Yeah.
In his
I don't know. I think throwing in an extra adept here it buffs out that spell selection a lot.
The thing I found with this guy is the shamanism spells have such a variety that you've always got 3 useful spells. Almost every turn. But so that's what this is basically really close to my old list.
Yeah. It has an extra unit of 2 extra units of board riders, 1 or 2.
No, they just bumped up from 5 to 10 to make the mint core,
and then a bunch of catapults.
Yeah, and then all the artillery, and then the 2 gnashers. So that's pretty much my 1,500 points right there. But anyway, we'll see what it does. I've been having fun with it.
I think this next list might be my favorite. All right.
General is Feral Orc Shaman on a warboard. Wait a minute. So he's got a leadership 8 frenzied general.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Then let's
don't worry about it.
So, I'm a little disappointed. So he
yeah, I see what
he has the witchcraft adept. I really wish the other 3 guys were all adepts too.
Right.
Because if you take shamanism adept, pyro adept, and Thaum adept, you essentially have 3 spells that buff strength or debuff toughness.
That's true.
You have +1 strength, flaming swords, and the one that's -1 toughness, -1 strength, which I think is a really strong combination. I'm just sad he only took 1 of each for like the apprentice level,
right?
Because that can make some of those units just stupid. Because you just can't stop it.
3 common orc chiefs on boar chariots.
I do like that. They're relatively cheap for that.
Yeah, they are.
I'm a little sad he didn't take a boar chariot, like a regular boar chariot, because then he could have joined the chiefs to a regular boar chariot and formed these like huge units.
You're right.
I guess he could still make
He can still do a 1 unit of 3.
Yeah.
Which is pretty scary considering those chiefs are got 3 strength 7 each on the charge.
Yes. Yeah. Well, plus I think another strength 7 from the rider. So I think it's 4 strength 7.
Yeah, because I think he's a big one on the rider's
with a lance.
Ed Basher.
So yeah, I'm on board with the chiefs and board chariots.
Yep. 900. Oh, because he got 35. I was wondering how he got 900 Orc Ed Bashers. 900 points for the Orc Ed Bashers.
I like that.
29 feral orcs.
29 ferals. I don't know, maybe a little big. I don't know if I love that unit. 20 feral orcs with spears and bows is an amazing freaking unit, by the way. For 300 points dead on.
Right.
Like, you shoot a little bit, you fight pretty well. I love that. 20 orcs, spears, bows, or 20 ferals. He has a big Ed Basher unit. He has a big Gnasher unit. Here we go. This is why I love this list. 2 units of Grotlings.
Of course.
And then 3 giants.
You do love your giants, don't you?
Yeah, it's way better than your list, Gene.
Okay. We'll figure this out at the end of the tournament.
Yeah. Also, he has, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did he have another chariot in there somewhere? Just 6. He has 6 chariots.
6 chariots. Yeah, I know. That's actually scary. Yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll see how he does. I hope he has those well marked so you can tell which chariot's which. Saurian Ancients. Alpha Carnosaur.
Nice. And an alpha. Yeah, or sorry, and a quaddle.
Yeah.
Although if I was doing this, I would have gone straight to double quaddle, and then do one with pyro, one with alchemy, and one with the +2 to cast, and the other with convert 2 to 1 veils.
Oh, wow.
You could get both of them for I think about 1,000 points, and it could be stupid. So let's see. Alchemy's solid. I don't know if I love it as the solo lore, because if you end up playing your unit.
No, I've got a lot of armor.
Oh, no, yeah, all those non-feral boar boys.
Right. If he plays that last list.
Yeah, then, I mean, there's still solid spells from alchemy.
Yeah, it's got the...
he gets 5, so it's fine. I know you're a little tight on points when you're doing the quaddle Saurian, so you probably can't go Essence, Pyro Alch, because you'd have to do Sun Tablet. So he has a Skink on a Torsaur. It's fine. I don't know if it's worth 300 point or 250 points more than a 200 points more than a normal Torsaur.
And it can be challenged off with that guy on top.
Yeah, because that's the problem is if they have a champion in the unit, then there go all your impact hits.
Right.
That's the problem with hunters on Aurochs as well.
3 big blocks of warriors though.
Oh, they are 725 points for 30 Saurus warriors with spears.
Yeah.
Jaguar, I think is +1 move, so they're move 5, which is nice, but I think if you're going to do that, I think if you're going to go the 3 big blocks, you either make the Slaw an Evo or you put a Druid caster in. I don't know that Alchemy is the best with them. I mean, it's fine. He has double Flaming Expander. He can get reroll the wound up pretty easily. I don't know. It's probably fine.
Yeah. Well, you've got to beat those things to get the points out of them.
Yeah, for brawlers,
it's not a bad idea.
I love Ramphidons for brawlers. Like, it's a unit that probably will die, but if it doesn't, it's a hand grenade. Like, just a bunch of Nashers and Ramphidons would be a good. Oh, sorry, I guess you can't take both of them in the same list. They're 2 separate armies. But like those are like the perfect units for this because you don't care if they die.
Right.
They might do horrendous damage. They're just little hand grenades you can throw out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's an okay list. I mean, it's done well at ETC, the alpha. There are a lot of cannons running around, though.
There are. Starfall Fall Shield Shard does what for him?
I believe he gets... this might be the one that he gets hard target and a fire ward.
Okay. Greg.
It's a
dragon.
Mostly, well, no, it's not a mostly tree list. It's a mostly elf list.
Yeah, he's got. This is the anti-Phil Carl list.
Yeah, I don't know if I love Spirit of the Whirlwind. I'd probably like to see Titanic Might a little bit better, but it's fine. It's a solid build. Avatar of Nature, it's fine. Master on Druidism, that's good with the big guys running around. Would have liked to see a second caster though, just to offset some of Druidism's weaknesses. Like just put a Cosmo Adept or something in there.
Yeah, but if you're going to go Druidism, it's a dice hungry path. I mean,
it's more just because my issue with Druidism is like the first couple of turns it might not do anything for you.
Right, I agree.
Because like if you go first, you're like, well, I could maybe Master of Earth.
Right.
I'm not going to be in combat, so I can pick a unit to raise their toughness. I have nobody to heal, and if I raise this unit's toughness or give this unit a 4 board, they're just going to shoot the other unit.
Exactly. But it's a way to protect I mean, to make him not shoot a unit.
Yeah.
But But
all right, double archers, that's solid. Double dryads, that's solid.
he only has one unit of. Oh, there's the second unit. 2 units of blade dancers, a big one and a little one.
Yes. See, that's the other reason I would have liked to see like a Cosmo caster or something, because then you could get +1 strength on these guys.
Right.
Um.
Yeah, but those blade dancers coming back if he does manage to get that off.
Well, it gives you more choices, more things you have to stop.
Right. Understood.
Are you gonna let him be strength 5, or are you gonna stop him from being T5 or 6? Right. I guess.
Yeah, if the throne's up.
Yeah. I think it's a solid list. Not a ton of shooting, but at least enough to threaten the little units. I do like the double Kestrel Knights and the double Blade Dancers. He's got a good balance of combat, and he's relatively mobile.
Yep.
I think this is a solid list.
And that 6 Thicket Beasts are solid if they can stick to a woods or put a woods around them.
Yeah.
Because he has the magical heirloom. There we go. Okay.
If he and Phil play, there'll be a lot of trees on the board.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of which.
So this is Phil's tree list, which is the same as it ever. Oh, let's see what's different. He added another unit of Thicket Beasts because 2 units weren't annoying enough.
Added a 3rd unit of Dryads.
And a 2nd Thicket Shepherd, so 2 of the units can be steadfast still.
Of course. Wow.
I think that's 900, and then Dryad. Yeah, that's about 13.
Yeah. I think he used to only have 1 Forest Eagle. I'm not sure.
Are there 2? I don't see any.
There's 2 in this one. Last line, yeah.
Sorry, my thing cut off.
Oh, okay.
But he still has 5 elves. He loves those elves.
Yeah, don't go beyond 5 elves. See, yeah.
I mean, Phil, this was your chance to have no elves. You didn't need the scoring. You could have taken the elves out, but we know you like the elves.
Exactly. All right, that's Phil and Phil Blake.
So let's see.
Yeah, all the magic. Master of Evocation, Adept of Divination.
I mean, that's pretty similar to what I think he takes normally. He did get the double Architect back in.
Yeah, but he does have the Arc, the Hourglass, and the Soul Conduit. On that top guy.
That is a nice. Although that's a lot on that one guy.
It is.
A
lot on a guy with a 6-up armor save.
He took the double Skeleton Chariots, but he didn't make them Legion because they don't need to score in this. So now both units are light troops.
Correct.
Yeah. He still has the big bunker, though. This was your opportunity to split them up, take 2 bunkers, spread those guys around. He's still going to have that one.
With the halberds.
Halberds are interesting. I haven't seen that.
And the 3 sand scorpions, I can tell you this, they're a pain.
Yeah. And they're nice chaff. He has a Colossus, 6 Cataphracts. I mean, I think it's a very solid list.
Right. That Colossus is scary.
I might have done double. I think I like 6 Cataphracts more than I like 8 Shopti. I'm not sure. It's a solid list. It looks a lot like old Tomb Kings.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if he could have fit one of the Relentless Banner on something. Anyway, I like that if you're trying to get in somebody's face. Joe.
Oh, Joe's coming back out.
Vermin Demon and another. So there's a double master list for you.
I like it, Joe.
You like this list?
I like the double master.
The Doomblade.
And he has double machinist and a Doomblade.
Why isn't the Tyrant on the War Litter thing?
Because I don't think it matters with the Doomblade because it's so.
I mean, it brings your armor up though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's a little more defensive.
So troops can't kill you.
Yeah, but I think you just want to keep him cheap because if he kills himself, he kills himself.
Oh, okay. Just those binding
He has
scrolls.
double binding scrolls. We haven't seen a lot of binding scrolls so far.
No, I've seen a few, but not. No, I don't think I've seen a double one yet until this one.
So I really like his character setup. I think the BSB could. I think there's some good fighty BSB builds out there, but I like it. I think it's a solid character setup.
Plague catapults, Plague Brothers. Sorry, Plague Brotherhood.
2 sales. So the Dreadmills I like, the Plague Disciples, because those are where the machinists go.
Right. Giant rats, Dreadmills, Giselles, Grenadiers. Okay.
It seems like a pretty normal Vermin Swarm list, just with an extra Vermin Demon thrown in.
Yeah. Dreadmills are strength 5, 6 if you overcharge them.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Todd Wyatt.
Vermin Demon and the Pendulum. So I like that. Vermin Guard. And he has the Doomblade. He put him on the litter for you, though. But, I mean, look, he's 80 points more.
435 and...
350.
Yeah, 80 points more.
He has one binding scroll. That's solid.
Scepter Vermin Valor, so we can hide him.
Let's see.
Yeah, nowhere near the characters. Doesn't have the machinist guys.
Yeah. He has double disciples. So he gets double catapults. Basically, he took catapults instead of Giselles.
Right.
And and he has 8 Vermin Hulks. That's the difference.
Right. Yeah, as long as they're in the bubble, they're good.
He took 8 Vermin Hulks versus the double machinist, essentially. I like this list. I mean, I think it's a solid, especially for brawlers.
Yeah. No abominations in brawlers. It's odd.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, especially because as dirt cheap as they are now.
All right. So which one? How often do the Vermin? How much the Doomblade guys kill themselves?
I think statistically it's about 1 every 3 games.
Is that what it is?
I think it's somewhere around there.
Because you should take what two a game on average.
Yeah, so you just need a little bit of a spike,
right, to get killed.
I don't remember exactly. I feel like somebody figured it out recently, and it was about every 3 games.
Right.
Okay. You know, the problem is just all you need is somebody else to do 1 wound and push you over the edge.
Yes.
Like that's what happened with. I played Keith at Colonial, and his Doomblade took 2 wounds, and I just charged in, 10 swordsmen. He killed,
whatever.
I think I charged 15 swordsmen. He killed 12, and then the last 3 guys did a wound to the Doomblade.
That's all you need. Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, then the opposite. I played Keith and Schweitzer when I was doing the ringer thing at Masters. And both of them had Doomblades, 12 turns, no wounds.
Oh, wow.
So it goes both ways.
Yeah, you're just a special presence.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter anyway. They could have each taken 2, and they would still been alive at the end of the game. This is the list I'm playing.
Oh, you're playing against Gray.
Yeah.
Double Ancestor and an Elder. I'm surprised you went double Ancestor.
And the Exalted Hero, yeah.
Rather than double Elder Ancestor. But you get 3 Feldrax either way. That's nice, and that's scary. And double Giant. I like that.
Look at all that magic.
So he has just the Exalted? That's it? Oh, no, and then the
Battle Shrine has a bound, doesn't it?
So you have 3 spells?
Right.
I mean, I guess 4 depending on which. Because I think the Exalted, if he takes the Wizard Master thing or the Veilwalker thing, gets 3 spells.
Okay.
4 spells, yeah, doesn't seem like enough. I mean, again, it's brawlers. You couldn't fit in just an adept on alchemy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take out a Feldrak and that's stick in a little caster.
Barbarians on foot, barbarian horsemen.
So the giants have to be running around on their own because you can't put double war platform in the barbarians. Although I guess one giant goes in the barbarians, the battle shrine probably goes in the warriors, and then
the giants walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tribal war spear has my spider twitching. He doesn't like that. He does D3 wounds to the spider.
Yeah. You do have a lot more shooting than him.
I do.
But he's going to be on you very quick.
But look at all those targets.
Yeah. Do you have you don't have the Axe of the Apocalypse, do you?
No.
Oh, mistake, Gene.
Stop. The Shady Shankin is just so much better.
You just have to hit with your Goblin Bolt Throwers.
Yeah, that's what it requires. Yeah, so that'll be a fun game.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of chaos running around.
Yeah, there's a lot of big guys in this one. So, all right, Joey. That's a big list.
How did literally no one took a Helma?
No, I think the people I talked to said they weren't doing it because they didn't think it was going. They didn't have to get objectives.
I guess that
doesn't matter. But popping a unit of 20 warriors behind the guy is fairly effective.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, good play still beats units more than
Yeah. No.
So let's see. So he has a Chosen Lord on a chariot with what weapon? He has Touch of Great. I don't know that I love that build. I don't know if I love that build.
No.
No.
He ends up with 5 or 6 strength 6, I think.
Yeah, I think I would have preferred to see like gauntlets and shield breaker or
the gauntlets are down below.
Does he have him with shield break? No,
shield breaker. I don't see shield breaker on stronger guys like this much because you can only wound on a 3-up. 2s don't wound.
Yeah, I just like because even if you're still wounding on 3s, because he's strength 5, so
right.
It's not like he's crazy strong, but just no armor save and being able to turn off whatever special save you have with the gauntlets,
right?
It's just, that's just a good combo. Yeah, they're not bad. I'm not in love with the 2 Chosen Lord builds. I don't get the sorcerer flying around on his own. That scares the crap out of me.
Well, I played Joey, and he had to hide that guy behind a hill because I've got 6 pieces of artillery.
Yeah, and if you run into the
problems
with 3 cannons, like literally, if one of them hits, the thing is dead.
If a cannon hits him, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess he has to feel its word first, but
correct.
But yeah, a cannon or a cannon auto kills him.
Scorpions
probably kills him. Yeah.
Scorpions do a minimum of 3 if they hit and wound.
Yeah, unfortunately, both of the KOE people didn't pick Scorpions.
No, Mark does.
Oh, did he have 2?
Yeah, that's why I like his list. Okay. He's got the 2 Scorpions.
But yeah, so they're the Ogre cannons, Joel, and the Scorpions, and then you with all the artillery. There are at least 4 lists out of 20 that he doesn't want to see.
Right.
Which odds are he'll play at least one of them.
I actually like this list a lot. Again, the marauding giants with the war spears just scare me. But
I like the chosen chariot. I think that's a solid choice.
Right.
Although Gluttony is not the one where you get great weapons. That's the one where if you kill something, you get +1 strength.
Correct, for the rest of the game. I actually kind of like that. Barbarian, Horseman, Warrior, Knights, Envy, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a good list. I like it.
He has Lord of the Damned on the Sorcerer. What? Oh, because he has 5 wretched ones. Okay. I didn't see them there, and I was like, why does he have Lord of the Damned if he doesn't
do the wretched ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing he did, the other thing that caused him a problem with that Sorcerer on the Sky Wheel was because of my shooting, and he had to hide behind the thing, it didn't let him keep within units to pay for the
sacrifice.
Yeah, the sacrifice thing. Not the where he gets the wounds back. I mean, gets the veil tokens for guys dying.
Oh, with the what are you talking about?
Yeah, I forgot what it is that does that, but he it caused him a problem because of Ledger of Souls. Oh, that was the Black Steed.
He doesn't have Ledger, does he?
Actually, he does here on the Black Steed. I think he. Oops, back up. Sorry. I think he played that wrong with me. I think he had it on the counted it on the other guy.
I forgot which one.
Yeah, I think he forgot which one it was on. Huh. Okay. Maybe not. Anyway.
And then the ringer. Are we going over the ringer list?
Is that what we got? Is that the last one? I might as well. It's the last one.
I like this list. Although, well, no. If they had more wretched ones, I like the idea of a Lord of the Damned and 4 random moving units.
Right.
But when it's just 2, like 2 wretched ones, I'm kind of
Yeah. I mean, that you can get through.
Yeah. Get rid of the giant, put more wretched ones in.
But it's a ringer list, so that works. Because you don't want a ringer list to be too powerful.
Yes, you do. The ringer list should be winning the event.
Yeah, okay. Nice thought. I'm not sure you'd get a lot of support on that thought process. Yeah, but all right. So that's going to do it for him. Right.
So who's your bet to win it?
Gray is going to be in trouble because he's going to start at 0. So that's going to be trouble for him. I like Todd's list a lot.
I mean, I think...
Although he's going to have trouble with monsters, isn't he? The plague catapults, I would rather seen cannons than catapults again in this tournament.
He does have a div master, though.
That's true.
And there are a lot of giants. He's not horrible at them. I mean, you gotta assume that Joe and Shannon are going to be up there.
Correct. I even think Phil Carl's list will be up there.
I like
Mark's list is going to be near the top.
I like Joel's a lot, but the problem is always just he ends up running into Shannon, and Shannon's like his kryptonite. And I do think Shannon's list actually matches pretty well with Joel's list.
I do love the chariots in this list.
I
don't think it. I'm not sure it's going to do well, but I do like the sheer number of chariots.
I'm going to go with Shannon.
Think so?
I think he's traditionally done pretty well at Brawlers anyway, with the Carnage format.
Right. I think I'm going to go with Mark. This list.
He's coming off the hot Colonial performance.
He had a hot performance at Colonial. I think he got 97 out of 100.
Yeah.
Of course, they may have been pairing for him, but still, even if you're getting all green matches, getting 97 out of 100 is still great. Unless they found every baby seal they could to feed him, but I doubt. But no, I think I'm going to go with Mark's list on this one. Mark and his list, I should say, not just his list. Unless Brandon pulls it off with the double dragon, with the flying elf.
No, Brandon will do his traditional 3 20s and 2 0s.
Brandon's going to be up there, and he's going to charge his Queen's Guard in to everything.
They have spears. They're meant to fight.
They wouldn't have given them spears if they're not supposed to fight. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No. So, yeah, I'll go with Mark, and you got who? Shannon?
Shannon, yeah. You know the other thing, I'm kind of disappointed. I think like a Slayer dwarf list could have done really well here.
Think so?
Yeah, you got to fight it.
That's true. You've got to get the points out of it, don't you?
Like take 2 catapults, a cannon, and then just a bunch of Slayers.
No, you got to have the organ gun.
Okay, I mean you could take double organ gun.
Right. Yeah, and then a bunch of Slayers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Too bad. What's his name? Isn't here? Pete.
Yeah, Pete, where are you?
Yeah, we needed the Slayer list. All right. So let's wrap it up with that. I'm going to turn this off. Thanks anybody for listening. Thank you, Ryan, for showing up.
Thank you.
But you're not making this tournament.
No, sadly, I with the new baby. Me and my wife sat down after last ETC and agreed on which tournaments I would go to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To not make the cut.
Yeah. Actually, Pete was listening. I didn't even know that. Pete's in quarantine. and Lee said, "Oh, look, a shocker! You guys picked the 2 lists that scored 97 out of 100 at Colonial." So come on.
Although Shannon's playing a different list than he got.
He is. Oh, sorry. He didn't say list. He said 2 winners of the Colonial at 97 out of 100.
We just have a strong recency bias. Only look past the last tournament.
Yeah. All right. Let's end it there.